Hello friends, how are you all? Welcome to another exciting jQuery tutorial. Today we will learn how to dynamically add, remove and modify CSS classes using jQuery. Let's get started. What are jQuery CSS classes method? Now you can see here, jQuery provides methods to add, remove or toggle CSS class. This helps in changing the look of elements dynamically without modifying the HTML or CSS file. So why use jQuery for CSS classes? It's easier than plain JavaScript. It's a short, simple syntax. Then it's dynamically change style, and it's improve interactivity, which makes elements more interactive and responsive. Now here jQuery CSS class methods. Now here we have a 5 methods like add class, remove class, toggle class, and CSS class. Add class it adds one or more CSS classes to an element. Remove classes it's remove one or more CSS class from an element. And here is the toggle class, it's toggle between adding and removing a class. And the last one is CSS class method. It's gets or set individual CSS properties. Here you can see using jQuery class methods. Now here is the first method like add a class to an element. Here we use a add class method. Now it's example here, add a highlight class to a paragraph and a button is click. Now here we use a click functions, and here we use a add class method. Now when we open in our code editor, now you can see here we use a highlight class which is apply on when I click on this button. Now you can see here is a background color yellow, normal color is red, and the font weight is bold and padding 5 pixel. Now you can see here is a paragraph element like it's have content like this is a sample paragraph, and here is the button which have add highlight text. Now you can see what is this is a click functions which have add class method, and here we use a highlight class which is apply on this paragraph. Now you can see here this highlight is shown in here. Now you can see when I click on this, yeah, now you can see here is the apply a dot highlight on this paragraph. When I change this color into green, now you can see here when I click on this button, its background color is gone to green, and this highlight class will apply on this paragraph. Then the second one is remove a class from an element. We use here a remove class method. It's a remove class to remove applied styles, and here is the examples which have remove the highlights class from a paragraph. Here is the syntax. You can see here we use a remove class, then we use a highlight method. Here we open this code in our code editor. Now you can see here we have a highlight class which is apply on this paragraph. So what we can do, we can remove this highlight class from this paragraph. Now we use a click functions here, and here we use a remove class, and here we give a value like highlight. Now here is the button, and this is a paragraph which have highlight class. Now you can see here this is a highlight class. Now what happening when I the clicking on the button, it's remove the highlight class, restoring the original style. Now you can see when I click on this remove, now its highlight class will be removed from this paragraph. Now the third one is a toggle a class. It's we use a toggle class method here. Now you can see we use a toggle class to switch a class on and off. Now here is the example, toggle the highlight class on a paragraph. Now here we use a click function. Inside the click function we use a toggle class method which have highlight class here. Now we open in our code editor. Now you can see here we have a style like dot highlight which have background color yellow, normal color red. Now you can see font weight bold, 5 pixel padding. Now here is our paragraph tag which have id like para, and here we have a button id toggle button. Now here we use a ready function, and inside the ready function we have a click functions here. Now you can see here we use a toggle class method. So what happening if the highlight class is not applied, it's get added. Now if the highlight class is already applied, it's get removed. When I click on this, um, here it's not highlight class is applied, so when I click on this button, the highlight class will be applied on this paragraph. I can see it's applied. So when I click once again on this button, so here is the applied paragraph, highlight class applied paragraph. Now it's removed. Now when I click on this, now its class will be removed. Now next is using jQuery CSS class method. So apart from adding and removing classes, we can also directly modify CSS properties using the CSS method. Now you can see here is the first one is the get a CSS property. Now example here, we use for to retrieve the value of a CSS property. Now you can see here is the examples like get the background color of a div. Now here we have a dot click functions, and here is a background color, and here we use a CSS property, CSS method like background color. Now you can see, we open in our code editor. Now we have here a box style, and here we have a div which have a box id. Now here is a button. Now that it's have a get css button. Now here what is this, here is a click functions. Here is the let bg color equals to dollar box dot css background color, alert box background color. We get this background color. Okay, so what happened here, when I clicking on this button, it's display an alert box showing the current background color. Now when I click on this, I can see here is the background color. Now if we change this background color to red, now you can, now when I click on this button, now you can see here is giving a 255000. Now you can see here is the red color. Now the second is set a CSS property. We use CSS method to change a CSS property dynamically. Now you can see here we use example. It's change the background color of a div to blue. Now here we have a click functions, and here we have a dot css background color. Here we use a CSS method, and inside the CSS method we gave background color to blue. Now we open in our code editor. Now you can see here we have a box style. Now you can see box style with 200, height 100, background color light blue. Now border 2 pixel solid black, text align center 100 bold. Now here we have a div id box hello. Now you can see here we have a button id section button. Now it's changed the background color. Now here we have a script tag. Now you can see here is the click functions and dot css method here. Now background color it's equals to blue. Now if we what happened here, when clicking on this button, now it changes the background color of the div to blue. Now when I click on this button, now you can see its background color will be blue. Now if we set here a pink color, now by default its color is to a light blue. Now if we click on this button, now you can it is will be pink. Now the third one is a set multiple CSS properties. It's use CSS to modify multiple styles at once. Here is the example, change multiple style at once. Now you can see here is the syntax, set click functions background color red with 300, height 200 pixel. Now what happening if we open in our code editor, now you can see here is the box style, and here is the div, here is the button, and here our jQuery code. Now you can see we have multiple css button, like we have a function, we have a click function here, and we have css method here. Now you can see here background color red with 300. Now what happening here, when I clicking the button, change the background color width and height of the div. Now you can see it's changed to red. If we change into pink, now you can see what happening. Now you can see its color will be changed to pink. Now you know how to use jQuery to modify CSS dynamically. Let's recap. Now first is add class. It's add one or more classes to an element. And then second is remove class. It's remove one or more classes from an element. And the third one is toggle class. It's toggle a class on and off. And the last one is CSS method. It gets or sets CSS properties dynamically. So that's all for today's tutorial. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments. Keep smiling and happy coding. Thank you.